Attention Panthers fans, the team is experiencing a silent crisis few in the NFL admit, one that might be about to erupt in bold backstage decisions. As the preseason continues and results remain poor, a big name emerges as a possible solution to reignite hope in Charlotte, causing intense reactions among rivals and fans. Welcome! Show your support for the Panthers by hitting 100 likes on today's video. The main character in this news is Trey Hendrickson, the exceptional defensive end from the Cincinnati Bengals, who led the NFL in sacks in the 2024 season with an impressive 17.5 sacks. The Panthers' interest in Hendrickson is a clear sign of the urgency the team feels to strengthen its defense, especially after a frustrating start to the preseason. Despite the recent addition of promising young players like Nick Scorton and Princely Umanmielen, these players have yet to prove their value on the field, and the defensive rotation is still considered one of the league's weakest. The attempt to bring Hendrickson aims to change that reality, bringing the experience and immediate impact the team needs. The context involving Hendrickson is complex. He is dissatisfied with the Bengals, especially due to the franchise's lack of interest in offering him a contract extension matching his performance. This has led to an internal rift and holdout behavior during training camp, increasing the possibility of a trade. For the Panthers, however, the move is not simple. The team recently cut Jadeveon Clowney, who cost less than $8 million in cap, in a controversial decision. Signing Hendrickson will certainly require a much larger investment, both financially and with draft capital. Beyond the financial issue, the strategic factor weighs heavily. The Panthers' defense lacks a disruptive element capable of shifting the balance in games. Hendrickson, with his ability to pressure quarterbacks and proficiency in tackles behind the line of scrimmage, is precisely the type of player who can elevate the defensive output and bring the immediate impact the team needs to break free from its negative streak. However, General Manager Dan Morgan must measure his boldness carefully, as the team's rebuilding cannot be reckless, risking the franchise's future. Fan pressure mounts with each game. After the disheartening performance against the Texans, who only scored after a 52-yard field goal, and the defense's poor image in 2025, there is an expectation for concrete action. The pursuit of Hendrickson, one of the most effective players at his position, represents a real option to transform the defensive sector, but raises doubts about cost and feasibility. The team also faces internal pressure from the recent departure of key pieces and uncertainty about rookies' adaptation. Compared to previous seasons, the Panthers show a worrying drop in performance and a weakness in their defensive line that has cost crucial losses. The absence of stars since Christian McCaffrey's departure and the recent cut of Jadeveon Clowney reflect a moment of instability that only reinforces the need for a high-impact acquisition. Hendrickson appears as the ideal profile to calm this scenario, despite the difficulty in securing his long-term commitment. The Panthers' future scenario will depend directly on how the pursuit of Hendrickson evolves. If they manage to close the deal, the team and fan morale will certainly rise, something long awaited. However, if the negotiation fails or costs are excessive, the team may face a complicated impasse with a fragile defense unable to compete equally. The coming weeks will be decisive for the direction of the franchise. In conclusion, the Panthers are at a crossroads. The opportunity to add a player who can lead pass rush and revitalize the defense is a test for the franchise's sports leadership. Dan Morgan has a chance to be responsible for the turnaround fans expect, but must avoid losing his head for immediate results. The Hendrickson decision can mean a game changer or the start of a risky spending spree. 1. Opinion. If the team really wants to break out of mediocrity, betting on Hendrickson makes sense if properly planned financially. The defense needs such a leader, and he could be the name to rescue the Panthers' competitiveness. 2. Provocative question. Do you believe Hendrickson would be the Panthers' savior or a risky bet that could compromise the team's future? Comment below. 3. final call to action. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to follow everything about the Panthers and the NFL.